Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Action Pact, the D&D web show featuring our homebrew world of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. Before we get in the episode, we want to thank Gilding for the space to stream our show, as well as the community in which to socialize, which you can find on Discord links that appear in our banner below. In the banner, you will also find our Twitter page, _Istoria, to keep up with any news regarding the show, the world, and all other sorts of goodies we post out there. We also want to give a thank you to Sirenscape for providing the music for the most of the Gilding shows. We'd use Arkham here, but both of them are great for all your musical and atmospheric needs. And finally, give a big shout out to Idle Champions for the code that you will see hopefully posted within chat. If you want to check it out, it is !code, and that will give you a link for an Electrum chest for Idle Champions. So, as we pick up from our last episode, the party has spent a month in their new home of Milvain, renovating a bar, building some relationships, and making a little bit of extra coin. Discussing some story points, some backstory points, it was revealed that Handsome Bog had a contract out for his return to Ortharm, one that Vadir had accepted, albeit with a different reward. With more open communication through the party and bonds being forged, the party set out on the road to investigate what was described as the haunted town of Pharaohfall. However, on the road south of the Kartu Desert, a roaming Cyclops attacked the group, ending with the death of one of the party members. And with that, we pick up from there. So, as Rin lies motionless on the ground, Bog, you ran over and cast Spare the Dying to try to stem any sort of potential fatality, but found that the magic that was cast had no effect.
Oh, we just pick up from there, do we?
We do. We do.
What about my healing potion that I totally am not wasting?
We totally invested in those two.
I'll just say, don't bother. She's already gone. Nobody touch her. And I'll pick her up and I'll take her back to the cart. I'll say this one's on me. I told her to go scout ahead. That's my fault. That's a rough one. Now what do we do?
I mean, there's people that can, reverse that, right?
Do you know any?
Would I know if there is a priest in the area?
Well, you're in the Highlands right now.
Like around the city we came from, Milvain.
From Milvain, honestly, actually, Bog would be aware that there is a church there. They may have the ability of casting Raise Dead, but you're not certain. You've never had to actually ask for those services before.
So yeah, we could go back.
Well, I mean,
that's the closest place as of right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna, we're not gonna take her to the haunted town because I
feel like that's...
Hey, maybe we just push on without it. I think it's what she'd want. No,
totally would be.
No, I definitely think we need to go back.
Is there roadside grave out of the question? I don't know. I don't know how to deal with parties and groups.
You want to just bury her here?
I'm asking.
There could be a chance to bring her back.
Is there? Okay. There's not a thing?
That is the thing. Churches do that.
I have dealt with
it in the past. If you have the money.
Oh.
How much money do we all have? Wait.
You got the big bag of money.
She just gave me a whole bag of money.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I think
it's almost like
going towards that.
It's almost like Rosemary planning this.
First Stuart. Now
Rin? Oh,
no. Can I go, while we're kind of bringing this, I'm just going to walk over towards the Cyclops and start rifling. Check and see if he has anything
really
useful.
Torn up about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
We should...
Am I supposed to stand here and mourn for the next week? I don't know.
So first of all, you wanted to try and cut the eye out. So make a medicine check to do that.
Forgot about that.
and then make an investigation check for whomever wants to rifle through the loincloth of the Cyclops.
Oh.
That's all it is.
Not me. Back at the cart.
Yep. I am. We're paying homage.
I will shout out to Vidir or Dorgirin. One of them needs to go pick up her broom of flying.
I'll go grab it.
Vidir seems to be kind of beside himself as he sits quietly on the cart.
Me and Dorgirin.
Right. Sorry.
Oh.
Happens
just got
more
piloted.
often than I'd like.
Know what you was doing?
Nothing.
It's a bit of a difficult process, but given the size of the Cyclops, you're able to cut out the eye without damaging too much of it.
There was nothing else on those lists of things that come off the Cyclops, was there?
No, unfortunately, yeah.
I know like sometimes giant snails or something are worth something, but I don't know that Cyclops are considered.
No. Nothing on this list anyway. There are 2 lists. I don't know what's on the other one though.
Like on the
Well,
wall.
that's too bad. I guess we're never gonna know.
If you want to grab it, you certainly could.
I wasn't
So far away.
We planned ahead.
I'm just gonna start to turn the cart around.
Okay.
Like not leaving, but at least just turn around so that when everyone gets back, we'll go the other way.
Oh god. So I clearly was not super into this investigation, and that's a 10.
10. Yeah, being more concerned about not touching the Cyclops than finding any sort of crevices within its person. You find some haunches of meat, most of which look like they're from long dead animals, and you don't really find anything of value.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nothing for Cyclops is one. I checked.
Do we know, this might be a history, do we know if Cyclopses are usually solitary creatures or groups?
Generally speaking, Cyclops are more solitary groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know if we should be...
Or solitary than in groups. Right.
A or B? Yes.
Yes.
Wolf pack of 1.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if we should be looking out for more to be...
I mean,
arriving.
definitely do that. Please.
Yeah.
Can I see if and or where his tracks came from?
Yeah. Make a survival check.
They came from that way. The way he was walking.
Was he I thought he was just hanging out there.
No, he was marching towards us.
Like he was just spawned in or something.
14.
He did spawn in, didn't he?
Fey Fiends are undead. He's not... they're
None
not
of those.
He's none of those.
But so 14.
Okay. Yeah, you do see that the tracks do kind of head in your direction eastward, but as you kind of have a highland vantage point to look at the lowlands that move closer towards the Kartu Desert, you do see that the tracks do lead further in, so it likely came from the desert.
Okay. I'll just go back to the group with the information.
Okay.
Everybody in. Let's go back.
Bryn sits up.
The hell?
With a very deep breath, Rin shoots up from the cart.
I would have actually been holding this because I'd been so upset with you.
What the
He's
hell?
trying to time it well.
Hey. Eyes of the grave.
Is there
You
is there like
immediately
a roll for a startle check?
yeah, sure.
Don't
Yeah, surprise round. No.
scratch me again.
So as you immediately
Stop
cast,
scaring me. Sorry.
as you immediately cast Eyes of the Grave to review your friend, we're gonna rewind the clock a little bit.
Oh shit, you did.
So,
That's
as we go back, Rin, as your vision fades away and darkness takes hold, you find yourself weightless, drifting in an endless void where silvery lights dot an endless space. You feel as though you woke from a dream, your past life disconnected from your current form. And as you drift about this new space, you hear a voice echoing in the distance behind you, growing in sound. Rin, 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 Rin.
Ishara?
as you spin around, you find yourself in the presence of a massive creature, a being shrouded in shadows. You can see from the distant but faint light sources small details to the creature's form. 2 large leathery wings, 4 powerful legs, scales, a crested brow, and a single horn that curves upward, connected to a pointed, curled nose. Words begin to echo within your mind. This was not supposed to happen this way. I'd hoped to reveal myself to you in your dreams only when you were ready, but fate has something else in store for us, Rin. As you hear these words, you recognize it is the voice of Ashara.
Ashara, that's you?
It is me.
Beautiful.
As the shadows begin to fade, you now clearly see a dragon with graceful and elegant features in front of you. Covered in opalescent scales, it has ruffs of emerald green fur running down its chin, chest, back, and tail. 1 horn arcs from the back of the skull, and another at the tip of the nose, the 2 forming a kind of crescent moon shape.
Where are we?
We are in the Astral Sea, one of the many planes of existence. We have only a few moments, and we must act swiftly. I've traveled these planes in all manner. I now exist only as a disembodied spirit. I do not remember exactly how I lost my body, only vague memories of being pulled through the portal after portal until my spirit was on your world. I felt myself fading away quickly, and I felt the need, the necessity to bond to a creature. That was when I found your mother. She was not with child yet, but when you were born, she passed me on to you.
Wow. And yet she was so afraid of us.
I fear she could not handle my presence within her mind, and when the voices stopped, my voice, she was afraid that maybe it had passed on to you. And in your display of power, I fear I may be the cause for what's happened to you.
Simple-mindedness is the cause of what happened to me, Ashara. You've been the single greatest thing that has ever happened to me. You're my best friend.
You're mine. But I swore to protect you, and now I have failed you. But I can make it right. I have that power. I can give you a portion of my soul to return yours back to your body. But I need your permission to do this.
I'm dead?
I'm afraid. Yes, I'm afraid so.
Oh. Well, what happens to you if I don't go back?
I may wander the astral sea forever.
I can't let that happen.
Fear we may not have much other option than to allow me to do this, but I will be sacrificing part of myself to do so. I'll still be with you, but my voice may not be as strong as it has been.
But it'll save you.
It will save you.
Can I put you back in your body?
I don't know where my body is at this point, and I fear it may already be gone.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, I can't repay this debt. Otherwise, I have to help you somehow.
We'll think of something, but we need to act now. The longer we stay here, the harder it is to find that tether again.
Okay.
Close your eyes, Rin. You'll be back soon. And with that, you feel this warmth overcome you as you feel a very strong and sudden tug back, 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 until you eventually find yourself falling and almost feel like you've landed within your body as you shoot up with a deep breath.
Oh.
And gonna go back to daytime.
Daytime.
Her least favorite time of day.
Yeah, the worst.
You only got a week of nighttime.
Kill her! Kill it! Kill it!
So,
Oh!
as you cast Eyes of the Grave, and you look at Rin, she's not undead.
I'm still sword is pointing at her. This is weird.
Maybe what he did was like delayed.
You think?
Yeah. Like maybe he just didn't
Maybe I
take
need,
hold immediately.
maybe I need to brush up on my spear to dying.
Can I poke her in the arm? Just curiosity,
I have 1 hit point.
So, as you go to poke her, you see Rin just kind of move back a bit and explain that, yeah.
Everything hurts. Please don't do that.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on you.
We're very trusting of a return from dead person.
He did it. He fixed her. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, definitely. It was me. No one else. Definitely nobody else did this. I, right or wrong,
Did you
was
do
me.
something wrong?
I told you not to get that close.
It's very altruistic of you.
Just doing my part. So you're gonna heal probably not a ton.
That's okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's
You're at
probably-
9 hit points.
Hey. 10 out of 25. I'm halfway there.
Hey.
Living on a prayer.
Are we gonna continue now, or should we go back, or you want to
Do we
camp?
wanna,
What's the
let's,
plan here?
Do we have any idea how far we are from the fort?
Actually, you would. You've passed through this area once before. It's been a little over a month now at this point, but you feel like you're probably just a few hours out.
Keen mind.
That's right. I just want to know if I should cast it again, because I can only do it one more time.
We could camp out here, or what do we just make it to the fort and just call it a night?
The
We're
haunted fort?
No, the fort. We never made it to the fort.
Oh, the halfway.
Yeah,
point.
the halfway.
Okay.
I'll cast it again,
Okay.
and just pray that we don't run into anything.
'Cause I'm-
11 hit points. Hey.
I feel great.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty.
You're welcome. I do have healing potions, but I'd rather we not waste them.
No, that's
Yeah, I definitely don't want to waste it on me right
really
now.
fine.
Keep in mind,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a few of us not feeling fantastic.
What? What happened?
Oh,
You took a rock to the face.
oh shit. You didn't say nothing.
Exactly.
Here you go.
I'm fine. No,
Here's some healing
I'm
potions.
fine. I got some.
What
I
are
got
you
some.
at?
He's at
I
4
am-
hit points.
I am doing great.
I mean, I'm at 13.
I forgot that you stayed really far away from everybody. That's right.
Yeah, 'cause I got hit in the face with a rock.
That's right, you did get hit in the face.
You played Icarus, and you flew a little close to the sun, and took a rock to the face, and fell down and died. That's
Why
It
did
actually
you,
is
why
really-
did you fly in so close?
What happened? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wanted to scout ahead and I couldn't get a good look at things. I just really couldn't see him well. I'm not used to the room, and I just kept hearing your voice in my head telling me that, like, you know, how I never get close, and I'm
whoa! I specifically said do not get
always
close.
running away from battle and stuff, so I thought I would just be brave.
Would you
Hey.
like a healing
and
potion? I've got 5.
I got
So,
some too.
so brave is one thing, but I specifically hadn't he already thrown a rock at us before this?
no, I was the first rock.
Was
Yeah,
okay.
I was the second rock.
Yes. No,
No,
I
you were
was
the
I
third
was
rock.
the
Sorry,
second
yeah,
rock.
third.
You were
Third
I was
rock.
1 and 2.
From the sun.
Yeah. So, you know, I didn't want to let you guys
Nice.
down. And
So
I couldn't see very well.
I'm so happy this is now our fault.
Hey, words have an effect, okay?
Yeah, it's true. I would like to say that we was going to put all the money together to bring you back to life. So,
I
Try
died.
yeah, you was dead. You got hit with what do you mean?
Ow, my head hurts.
Yeah, that's from the rock.
I mean, or the ground.
I
Because
mean-
it was kind of like two.
He tried to eat you.
That too.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
You were lunch.
I thought it was dreaming.
No, not a dream.
Wouldn't be surprised if we gave a little bit of amnesia. And a concussion.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a concussion.
maybe you should sit down for a little while. Don't go to sleep though.
I think I went somewhere.
The great beyond.
Was there a light at the end of a tunnel?
No, there were stars.
Again.
A little weird, but okay.
Like when you get hit too hard and they like spin on your head. You're like, yeah, I've had that happen.
Have you ever heard of the astral sea?
Of course, everybody's heard of that. It's a great bar.
That's actually a good name for a bar.
Is that like on the other side of the continent?
I don't think so.
I realize she's not talking about bar. Can we roll to know this?
Yeah, sure. Arcana check
Can we roll
for
to know this?
2 people at max.
So, is Fey Fiends are undead? I'm assuming no.
Not directly, no. So,
Okay.
It's a
That's
place
I'll roll with you.
One day you'll have your moment to shine.
you.
You did, what the
same.
heck?
That's right.
Oh, it's not over. 13.
13,
That's in.
18, 18. You've heard of there being, outer planes of existence, and that there's like almost this sea that connects several different planes.
See, I've never sailed on. I've been on a fair few.
I don't know why that was just.
Get around, do you?
What if I do? So we didn't bring
Maybe
a
I
bard
should
with
lie
us.
down.
What are we doing,
don't,
guys?
Don't lie down.
Don't lie
I feel like
Sit
we're
up.
just standing
Just sit
here in
up.
a field.
Sit up.
Where are we going?
Let's head into. Okay,
We
let's
should
just
go
take
to
it.
the
Take a
fort
rest,
first.
but we head to the fort. We're closest to the fort, and that's
Head to the
probably the
fort.
safest place.
Great. Here we go.
Where's
Let's-
my broom?
It's right next to you.
No. I'm gonna take that and like hold it over here. Just you're not flying. You'll get it back later.
Oh, okay.
We need you on lookout duty.
You'll see me like 500 feet in the air. Fuck that. Sorry. Forget that.
We go.
Yeah. So, as you ride and talk, in this case, versus a walk and talk, after a few hours travel, you make your way to what looks like mostly a wooden outpost. This is one you've passed through once before, a couple of you anyway, known as Ilyanda. It is, let's see, it looks like a mostly elven outpost. And the fort is kind of a smaller one, generally speaking. There are a set of barracks, a general store, and storage sheds, but not much else in terms of buildings or any sort of like real kind of place of civilization. So, as you ride in there, you see a few of the elven archers on the palisades looking out. Who goes there?
Hello there. It's me, it's Hanchenborg. Just coming through again. As I do every so often. You surely remember me, I mean.
You see them both kind of talk to each other. We don't remember you, no.
Oh, come on, keen mind.
What?
Sorry, I broke myself. I'll hold up a little bag of gold and go, surely you remember.
Come on through. See, after a few moments, the large wooden gate opens up. You kind of hear the cranking sound of the taut ropes as it slides open.
That's a good thing we didn't have to use our trump card of, 2 minotaurs and a cat.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be, aggressive.
So as you see,
Often you
the two
minotaurs and a cat.
the two
My
soldiers
favorite
walk out
sitcom.
there. Two soldiers walk down. What's your business coming through?
We are on our way to Pharaoh Fall, actually.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
You may want to speak to the captain, but
Sure.
you're allowed through.
Great.
As one of them holds out his hand.
I throw him a bag with, like, 20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he remembers me the
It
next
looks-
time.
Yep.
It's a bold move, Connor.
Are you gonna throw that out the end? Hopefully, you remember me this time.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Great. I have so much gold now. Throw it around.
So, as you ride in, there are a set of stables, as mentioned before, barracks, kind of like this general store you see. No real descriptive sign or anything like that. And you do see what look like a pair of sword sheds nearby the store.
Are there any? Is it all accommodations just for the garrison, or is there any like public accommodations?
So as you glance around, there doesn't look like there's anything really meant for public use or anything, but just at a quick glance.
No general stores or anything either.
Well, there is the general store, yes.
Okay.
Do you need something?
No, just
I mean, we can peruse.
After a few moments, you see a wood elf woman who's wearing studded leather armor and a longbow strapped to her back, just a pair of swords at her side. It's mostly brown studded leather, and she has long black hair, kind of this copper skin, brown eyes, and she kind of walks up. Hello there, travelers. I'm Captain Enwin. What brings you through Ilyonda?
Hello there. We're headed to Pharaoh Fall. My name's Sanson Bog. This is the Bogheads.
Bogheads. Okay. Will you be staying here for the evening or moving through?
Do you guys want to
We
stay here?
probably should.
We're going to stay here.
Have you got any accommodations that we could, by chance, use?
We have some bunks in the barracks. You're welcome to stay there for the time being.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We
Sure.
Have you had any issues with cyclops around here?
Well, there are dangers that come through the Kartu Desert, or from the Kartu Desert, and even from the Calvin Forest. Monster activity has actually been quite high ever since the bleed, so yes, we have seen them.
Yeah, we just killed one.
I said there's a dead one on the road about an hour back.
Oh, you have my thanks then.
The bleed. Do you know what the bleed is?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's a big old thing that happened.
Yeah.
Big owl.
If you're traveling through to Pharaoh Fall, I feel like I should warn you. That land is cursed, and if you are to stay there, I recommend getting provisions at the store.
Yeah, we know.
Any suggestions? What kind of provisions would you...
Rations, fresh water, things of that nature.
don't eat
I
or
mean-
drink from the land.
Ideally, no.
Anything less common that you can think of?
She pauses for a moment. Not that I can think of, no.
Have you had any like recent interesting reports from the area?
No, we don't have much travel coming through. We normally warn people to move about some other method if possible. Most people seem to take the hint. But people are free to travel there if they so choose.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to go check out that store.
Understood.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Did we get her name?
Do you need her name?
I'm just asking.
Do you...
Fort Leader 1.
Nailed it.
Excuse me,
Kind of
madam.
turns back. Yes.
What might be your name?
My name is Captain Enwin Kimura.
It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
It might be important.
It's documented.
Might I
Key
put in
right.
a good word for my tabaxi friend?
I don't know what you mean. To join the ranks?
I mean, if you need any help around here tonight, he's a night owl naturally, but he could probably be a good hand around if you needed him.
That is noted. Thank you for your interest.
Very proficient.
All right.
Yes. Walks away.
Why is every like encounter we have as awkward as possible?
We have a cat. We're cat people.
We're cat people.
It's just
I want to argue that, and I can't.
just who we are.
Yeah.
My charisma is terrible.
To the general store.
So,
Let's go get some provisions.
Yeah. as you head in there,
We're getting frail.
you find that this is a typical log-style cabin. One story with slightly shorter ceilings than one would expect, until you see a dwarf merchant walk up to you. He has auburn hair, yellow eyes, and red skin. He stands 4'9", with a round build and a very welcoming face. He has this brown velvety tunic and green pantaloons with silvery suspenders.
Pantaloons.
Yep. Hanging from his neck, you see a silver pendant necklace with this large black forge in the center with an amber flame in the center of it. As he walks up, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to my store. I'm Ragged Boulder Down. Can I get you any provisions today? Anything at all?"
You guys need anything?
What was his name?
I'm Ragged Boulder Down.
Bragger, Boulder Down.
It's
Ragged.
easy.
Huh?
Ragged.
Ragged. There it is.
Hey.
Older now.
I forgot what the letter R was.
There's like 3 of those in there together.
We do see a few travelers come through here, but it's mostly just soldiers in that variety, so I'm happy to sell you any provisions you like.
I love him so much.
Sure. Anything you guys need? Got any healing
Wait, did it
potions?
start with a B or an R?
My name's Ragged, not Braggard.
I see.
He's not the braggart.
Nice.
Well, at least you're not haggard.
Aye, well, that's true.
Oh. Name
Well,
puns.
anyway,
The
healing
best.
potions.
Healing potions, yeah, sure, I have a few.
Sure. How many?
How many do I have, or how many would you like?
How many do you have?
I only have 3.
3. Okay. Yeah. How much?
That would be 150 gold pieces per.
That sounds a little expensive.
It's
It
steep.
totally sounds expensive.
Oh, we are on the fringes of the civilized world.
It's not easy to come by supplies out here, and often they just get bought up by the soldiers, so I have to make a profit somehow.
Got it.
I mean, if we really wanted them, we could maybe trade them to I.
Oh
Yeah, you need a Cyclops eye.
What do I need a Cyclops eye for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Make potions out of it.
I don't make potions, I sell things. I'm a merchant, not a you damn alchemist.
Could sell it to a collector.
I don't think I really have much need for it.
Have you got anything of particular interest in your inventory at the moment? Anything unique or unusual?
I mostly cater just kind of your more conventional items, but
I'd like a Cyclops out.
well, if I think about
It
it,
could make a good shelf decoration. Some liquid.
you know, honestly, I think the smell would probably start to carry quite a bit after just a few days of rot would
Well,
set
when
in.
you
Put it
put it
in
in a
liquid.
jar, with some sort of solution.
Well, sure, but then I'd probably have to find a solution. I mean, there'd be, what, formaldehyde? I wouldn't even know where to get that. Well, actually, I would know where to get it, but...
Of course you know where to get it.
Yeah, of course I do. But, well, alright. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a gold piece for the Cyclops eye.
I'll hang on to it.
Alright, well, it's your choice.
I get so squishy.
But if you're looking for more unusual items, I do have a bit of, it's not storing, it's something else. It has a different quality to it. Some merchant sold it to me, and I'm not quite sure what it is. Feyendine, I think?
What?
He had tried to explain it to me. Something like there's a special crystal that can take on the properties of some other areas, and this one has some sort of like fey enchantment thing to it or something. I really don't know much about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be useful for, but
But, yeah.
how
But he
much?
said it was something that was really nice.
How
so I
much are you
thought-
selling that for? Maybe we could find a.
Well, that one, as I only have the one, would I think sell for 300 gold pieces.
300 and you don't know what it does?
Not exactly, no. I mean, it
I-
looks really nice, but well, if it's something that's special, I'd like to keep it.
If you want, I could identify it for you.
Well, how much would that cost?
How about I'll just give you $250 for it?
Make a persuasion check.
Out of character, I really wish I had more gold right now.
He'll bankroll us.
8. Got that negative
roll to get
1,
this.
baby.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate the haggle and the barter, but well,
I'll throw in the Cyclops eye.
I only was going to offer 1 gold piece for the Cyclops eye, as it's really just like a conversation piece. It doesn't have any use, and I think this thing actually does. So, I think 300 is a fair offering.
300.
How about we... affecting.
It is.
What?
How about we...
I started to have the accent.
How about we just offer to identify as free of charge, as we're curious. She needs the practice, and if it is something we may be interested in, then we'll haggle at that point.
I found that to be fair.
Does that sound okay to you?
I'll hold on to it though while you identify it.
Absolutely. You may obviously feel
He's
some
about to jack
things
up the
because
price
I'm
a lot.
new to it.
All right.
Just my magic. It's warm. You know, just you feel warmth around. You're holding it. I have to
Okay, sure.
just-
That's fine.
She's about to make you feel warm and fuzzy.
try. I'm just.
I mean, if you have alcohol, that'll do it too.
Well, that's true.
Ooh, is there a tavern in
Just
town?
trying to warn you.
No, there's not. It's best to make sure that the soldiers don't get a little too, loosey-goosey when they're supposed to be making the watch. Or on the watch.
Okay.
Loosey goosey.
I will cast identify as my 1 spray per day.
Okay. So, as you cast Identify, you find that this crystal is not something that is magical, like a magical enchanted item. However, it does have an innate magic to it. It has a chromatic kind of property to it, where you can adjust a particular type of enchantment to basically get the desired elemental effect out of it. So if you wanted to use it to enchant a weapon with like fire damage or lightning damage or something to that effect, you could potentially use it for that.
Okay.
How much of that information are you giving to the dwarf?
You don't know because you don't know what I know.
That's why I'm asking you as player.
You don't know me.
And that's called metagaming. No.
Because we've never done that.
Brutal. Yeah.
Get the hell out, is what she was trying to say.
We have a text group of metagaming.
That's true. Shh, Tony
Wait,
doesn't
what?
need to know that.
Yeah. I assumed as much.
Wait, what?
Nobody doesn't talk about D&D to the degree of which you don't without having some sort of plan whenever you're at the table.
No.
Like, we're just like winging it, all on the same page all the time.
What? We're just that in sync as a
It's
group.
just,
Could be, could be.
You know, it's bulk and mind meld with this
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, when is metagame Jeff showing up?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, yeah.
Just passing through.
Okay.
Can
I
we-
believe you stop casting a spell. What's the particular...
Can we see?
Yeah,
Can I do
what's
like a
going on over
perception
there?
check of her to see if I get anything out of her face?
Yes, that or insight.
It's a lot of
Insight check.
confusion.
Oh, that's a nat 20, sir.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one.
So, yeah, you get that she's very confused.
It's a lot of confusion and a lot of I don't really know what to do with this.
But it's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing, but we all know that it's not nothing. So that's what you get. You get that it's something and that I'm confused by it because I am. I don't know how useful this is going to be for you. It is imbued with something, but like you said, it's not storing. It's not quite like storing, but it's similar-ish.
All right.
I've not really seen anything like it before.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
I mean, I am new to this, so that's not a lot. But
Well, Slightly more
To be
disappointing
honest,
than-
that's only the second time she's ever cast it.
It's true. That's a true fact.
That's why we said practice.
know.
The other time she did it on this key. So
That's
I put
true.
it back.
It's
What's-
a key, if you didn't know.
Well, I gather that much, but is there some sort of like magical properties
with
to
the
it or
key?
something like that? Yeah.
This key has a small chance to open any door anywhere.
Any door or any lock?
I think it's any lock. I mean,
I see. That is more interesting.
see you were thinking about chests and stuff.
Of course.
I was thinking about entry in places, but yeah, that's a good point.
But only
Would you be
one.
willing to sell such an item to me?
You want this
Sure.
key? It may or may not work ever.
I mean, I have different chests that comes along the way that I may like to try it on it. for short.
Interesting. What would you offer for the key?
Let's say 100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces.
Sure. It may or may not work on anything.
Yeah, that's alright. I'll hang on to it.
Yeah. All right, fair.
What's that key called?
Mystery key.
Well,
Do
it
you
sounds
ever
like.
do you ever leave the area? Do you travel your wares or do you stay here?
Oh, I stay here in my shop, but every once in a while I like to make it back to Coast Room, back to the the homeland and everything.
So, Coast
Yeah, it's been a
Room.
little bit though.
I was just thinking, there's that academy in Milbane. We could take it to them for you, see if we get a commission on it.
That's okay. Knowing the nature of this and having the actual verification of it, I actually probably have some contacts back home that may be interested in it.
Definitely interesting. If it would take a special person with a special kind of ability to use it, but
I don't know.
Alright, fine. You twisted my arm. 275.
You can make a persuasion check at disadvantage at
I
this
don't
point.
think any of us can actually
Would I
use
up
it.
the amount?
No, but it'd be super valuable.
That's gonna be 4.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate it, but no.
Fine.
I have people back that actually may
Here's
need this.
300.
Knowing the quality of
Oh,
the item at
Jesus
this point.
Christ. Okay.
I didn't say it was good or bad. I'm just saying
Well,
I
sure,
can't use it.
but you haven't encountered such an item before. It has some sort of special qualities to it that may or may not have some sort of a particular magical application to it. Then, well,
So what you're saying is a novice identifier has not seen it before after having been the second item she's identified, and the item still has the same properties that you claimed it did before she identified it.
well, sure. But I also have confirmation from someone that actually did cast a spell on it that it is indeed the item that I was told.
Theoretically, the guy that sold it to you did too, but that's fair. Sight and seeing.
I'm a good rated character. I think she was telling the truth.
I don't know, she's kind of shifty.
So,
I did die today.
That's actually.
That's actually true. She did die.
If that affects anything.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Neither do we.
Yeah, glossing over that.
Truthfully.
And now we're heading to the coast land over there.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well,
Do you need anything from in there?
no. But I would like to make another offer about provisions. You need to make sure you have enough food and water for your trip.
I like this
And
guy. He sticks
I
to
do
the
like
plan.
him, yeah.
Yeah, sure. You guys need any of that kind of stuff?
I have plenty of rations. And fresh water.
This feels weirdly set up.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we're gonna be trapped.
Since the item identified was of value to you, could we get a couple jugs for the horses of water for free?
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, I am a businessman, but given that you did confirm my suspicions, I will give you 2 jugs of water for your horses for free.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good luck with that, by the way. Be careful with it. I don't know how to set it off.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'll be sending it back home.
That's a good.
Actually, if you'd like to, tell you what. How about this? If you're willing to make the trip for me, you seem like the ragtag sort of adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you take offense to that? Don't you look really pristine?
I did just fight a cyclops,
Yeah, we look pretty.
But your clothes are enchanted.
but I look very
Yeah,
tired.
true. Yeah.
Take any damage?
Tell you what,
I was
will-
very upset. My friend died.
I still don't know what to do with
Look,
that.
my eyes are bloodshot right now. You see this?
I
Anyway,
think
you were
you're off
saying?
the side of the road.
So, I
Wow.
represent one of the many factions that kind of operate within Istoria, Tasha specifically. I represent the Cinder Forges. It's hard to say within Scottish accent for me. The Cinder Forges. And I'd like to send this back, make sure that if they have any use for it, they can do whatever they have with it that they want. So, tell you what, if you'd like to do this for me, I can put in a good word for you back home, and I'll give you some coin for your trouble.
Where do we need to go for it?
Oh, back to Coasterun.
You want us to go to Coaster?
Sure. Saves me the trip. I don't have to worry too much about heading back myself.
Quite out of the way.
Or sending a courier that may or may not make it back since they have to go through Ferrofall, which I'm not really too fond of that either. Or send it back up through the Kartu Desert and all the way around back down, which not fond of that either.
Is there a road? Is the only road through Star Cities and the coast, or can you go through near Keystone? Or am I metagaming because I'm looking at a map and I don't remember how much I would know of this area? Because I came in through Star Cities.
You know there is a pass through it, only one, and it is not easily traveled.
To Coast Rune?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait, from Star Cities to Coast Rune? So
so-
yeah, you've not been through, you probably haven't been through Coast Rune, been to Coast Rune.
No, I haven't. I know that. I'm saying, so I don't know, like, is there a good path, like, do we have to go up through Star Cities, or are we going to be able to get a good path going through,
You're asking the guy?
yeah.
Oh no, you can travel overland to Coast Rune. Granted, the upper Coast Rune area that is completely desolate now. You can't do anything there. Everything's now underground, so you'll have to actually go through the main gate, which you'll have to go through customs, and they'll make sure that you're trustworthy.
What's the best land route through to Coast Rune? From here?
Well, you'll have to travel along the south, basically along the southern edge of the continent.
Okay.
So there is a pass there, but you know.
He wants you to do this.
So that's kind of what I was trying to ask, but I wasn't sure how much that was metagaming. Because I can see a map, but I don't know what our characters know. Because I was trying to figure out if we could do that, or if we had to come up through this way and around.
I see. Yeah.
Do we own a map? I would assume we've got one. We got a map.
went to the
Tasha,
map
didn't-
maker.
Yeah, we have one, right?
Yeah, you do.
Well, then, yeah, we'll just look at a map and go, "Hey, you gotta go this way."
Okay.
Coaster, you
I
said
wanted to go to the Misty thing.
might have someone
out
who
of the
could have
way.
use for this crystal. Do they have libraries and learned individuals about?
Absolutely. Costrune's the crown jewel of the dwarves of this continent.
I would like to go there, please.
In fact, something that's really nice, if you ever actually get to go down in there, there are crystal formations in the cave. It makes it look like the stars are shining at night. Even though you're underground, you can still see the stars that way. It's quite lovely.
I would like to go there, please.
Sure, we'll put it on the list.
To-do
One
list.
thing at a time here.
How about we survive the?
Yeah, let's go to
We'll
the.
come back through, and if we do, then we can head up. I'd hate for you to lose this in a cursed land.
Oh, you're not traveling through Fairfall. You'll go in there directly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then yes, I'll hold on to this then. And if you make
Yeah.
it back, then we can talk more about the trip.
So
Does that
we're,
sound okay?
we're on a bit of a fetch mission. We need to go there and then go back.
Do you mind me asking what you're fetching?
We are going there in order to find things on this list.
Oh.
Are you handing it to him, or?
No, on this
Okay.
no. That list.
We have a list.
Dorgiran's holding it.
There's some people in Gilding that need some things, so
Oh,
maybe some artifacts. We don't really know what's uncoverable in there.
And hey,
Minerals, stuff like
maybe
that.
we'll solve the problem of the cursed land. You never know.
well, I wouldn't know what would happen if you did that, to be honest. I mean, that would be that would open up trade routes. That would, you'd be, I would say, heroes of this area for sure.
We definitely are adventurers.
Have you heard of any particular creatures that are inhabiting the cursed area?
Oh, sure. You know, you hear different stories every once in a while about,
any unique ones, or anything that's a little more verified than others? That's not the word I want, but it'll work.
like, actual people see these things kind of thing? Or something else?
Well, I mean, there's always the shadows and whatever. No. Like, is there any more verified accounts of things that people have seen there?
Well, every once in a while we do get a traveler coming through, and they say they saw some sort of, like flying skulls, or some sort of, like a blur of black moving really quick. Things like that. But it's all like, okay, you saw a quick shadow, you saw smoke, maybe a monster or something. It's all just kind of, it sounds a little far-fetched.
Substantiated claims. That's what I wanted. Substantiated.
Oh, well, yeah. Right.
Okay.
I mean, flying skulls, you don't, I mean, unless you take off someone's head and you throw it, you don't see really flying skulls all that often, so.
Do we still have the hag head?
I certainly hope not.
It's been a month since you
We
cut that thing.
preserved it, remember?
We did.
I thought we put it in the bar. And the
Really?
trophy wall.
We did! That's right! It's on the trophy wall of the bar.
In the back,
I
wasn't
do
it?
not remember
yeah,
that.
It was in the back room. Like,
Not
it's
customer facing.
No.
Oh, really? Because I absolutely wanted it above the fireplace. Because I thought we were going to do above the fireplace a big, like, trophy wall.
No, we definitely just.
Oh, that's right. I do remember talking about
Oh,
that.
was
it?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
going to be a trophy side of the... I do remember that now.
But that's where you have the picture of Rose and Stewart.
Yeah, it can be on the other side.
Because there's only the one.
Where the private
bookcase
booths
now.
are, you walk between them.
Yeah,
and-
right.
Every booth has its own, like, theme. Okay, sorry.
It's the hag booth.
Yeah.
So provisions wise, like to buy some rations.
Sure. How much would you like? How many days worth would be the easiest?
Probably a couple, at least. Maybe
Do you
a
know-
week.
How long is it to Pharaoh Fall?
Oh, it's just a couple days.
I'm taking a look here.
Probably a week's worth of rations and water.
Okay, sure.
Well, I mean, I can cast Great Water. So it's not a huge deal.
We don't know what kind of
I mean, I have 10 days
effect
of
the
rations
area is
currently.
going to have on magic, though.
I haven't been using them.
Yeah, if you're inside the city, then
You think we're
wouldn't
going to
need
go walk in there and then I can't do nothing?
Well, I hope not, but maybe.
Or you? That's like your whole thing.
I am aware.
While they're debating this, I'm asking, have you heard of any storing deposits around here?
No, not around here. No.
You never know.
I feel like they would be
Listen,
owned.
I don't know how widely knowledgeable people are of storing.
Pretty.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it's not terribly common or anything, but those that are in the know may have an idea about it.
The purveyor of goods would know.
Well, this purveyor of goods would know.
That's true. You are unique.
Is it pretty common in Coast Room?
Storing? No, not exactly. I mean, there's crystal formation, sure. I mean, it's underground. It's in a giant cave. But there have been some growth around, but not anything of substantial, like not like a huge vein or anything like that.
Fair enough.
Rations. How much would a week's worth of rations go?
Week's worth would run you 3 gold.
Okay. And water to accompany it.
That would be an extra 2
Okay. So 5 gold.
total. All right. Kind of gets a bag and a handful of water skins. Okay. Anything else? Any other people?
I'll do the same.
Same? Sure. Actually, would this be just a bulk order? I can knock a little bit off the top since, you know, we may or may not be in business in a bit.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yourselves?
3 weeks.
I've got a week and a half of rations.
Sure, I'll buy fake food.
I do assure you that this trail mix and jerky is the best that you'll find in the area.
Yeah. Give me some rations.
We got some
Right.
of that.
Buy a week's worth, whatever.
How much were we doing a week's worth for?
It's 5 gold pieces.
Here you go.
All right. Well, pleasure doing business with you all.
Great.
Do any of us know how to like? Well, survival would be like hunting and then saving food, right?
Correct.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
How many water skins would there be?
That would get you 4 water skins. Well, it's 1 water skin and then like an actual jug.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plus we got jugs for free. Which is pretty cool.
How's
Well,
that?
I mean, for my magic. But.
Well, how's hunting in these parts? Is there decent wild game in the area?
Oh, absolutely. You gotta travel a little farther south for that, but not by too much. A couple to a few hours. You'll hit the Calgon Forest. But I must warn you, if you haven't been through there, there is a magical enchantment on the forest, and if you go in too far, you'll not come out.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Elves are protective.
Yeah, they are.
Huh.
Although the monsters in the area, they'll also probably try and kill people too.
Yeah, that's
so
probably
Yeah, so, you guys ready to go to bed so that we can get up early and, go do this?
Go do things instead of wandering
Yeah.
around the town.
It's not even a town, it's a fort. We're in a fort. That's it.
You are a big city boy, aren't you?
I'm just saying I could go for a nice, long, recovering rest.
True story there.
Yeah, he's about to die.
I'm like bleeding still. I don't know why.
Look, I'm not far behind you.
One of your horns is just like hanging out, just on the tip.
Keep like flicking my head. I got 3 more. It's fine.
He does. He has 4 horns.
All right.
When they leave, I say go on ahead, and I'll just, we don't have to argue this out, but I do want to kind of carefully poke around Raggard's knowing of Kostrun and just see if there's any histories of dragons that his people know, or like does Kostrun have any knowledge of dragons, that kind of thing, and just allude to like there. It's on our list. We didn't expect to come by it, but any knowledge of them, just to kind of keep it super casual. We don't have to RP it, but just wanted to throw out that I asked.
he kind of gives you a response that that honestly happens more often than probably you would like now, especially now at this point. Is that dragons are mostly myth and legend. There aren't any really reports of like seeing them or anything, but there are dragon-like species that they've heard of and have been seen, like wyverns, basically like the not true dragons. Those have been seen, and they're often, high-peaked areas. Drakes occur also in the forests and just kind of more ground style. They're not, again, not true dragons. But yeah, he says that there are those types, but no true dragons. Nothing like that they've ever seen or heard of.
No passed on histories or knowledge about them.
He doesn't know of any.
Sure.
No.
No worries.
So are we planning on doing anything else for the night, or just kind of going to the barracks and crashing?
You do whatever you like.
I was gonna see if I don't know how much you want to go into it. I was just gonna go and try like as the night goes, like kind of towards dusk, go on a hunting trip.
Okay.
A little bit short of town.
Sure.
I'm not gonna go like into the forest or anything stupid.
Sure. You'll probably have like at most like an hour out and then probably come back.
Yeah, because I have ranged weapons as well.
Sure.
Like crossbows and whatnot. So.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Ow. I think it's a 9. Let me double check. I know. That's terrible.
How dare you?
I am legitimately kind of annoyed.
You are a disgrace to this table.
We are high rollers.
Where did that come from?
Somebody had to say it.
Who's the one that rolled and died?
That's why this is funny.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So yeah, looking around, you don't really find much in terms of like any sort of game or any real food, but you find like some wild berries and things like that, some roots that you're able to pick up, and you find enough for some kind of like stew or something you could make.
Okay. The other thing I was gonna do, because I probably should have done it before leaving town instead of coming back, but I was gonna stop by because I wanted to stay and ask Guy if he knew of any like,
Who?
had any, the shopkeep, if he had any like, well, not no, because I'm weird. Any sorts of like any like, significant like monsters in the general area. They've heard any like tales coming through town.
In specifically, specifically around the fort, or just in general?
Kind of fort, but if he has something in the general as well, that would be.
Okay. Not specifically the fort. They do, they have seen some sort of like, typical, like roaming goblins, or, there've been occasionally a roaming giant or troll that the fort's pretty much either scared off because it doesn't get close enough to where where it thinks it's a good fight, just being picked by arrows basically. Make a persuasion check.
$13.
Okay. He does mention that at one point, while he's at a shop here, there was a giant bird that attacked.
A giant bird attacked the fort?
Yes, larger than even a giant eagle. One that he's not really too familiar with. The archers were able to get it to fly away, but not without losing one of the soldiers. This was several months ago now at this point, but it definitely left an impression.
Okay. And then just, any tales of hags coming to the area?
Oh, no. No hags.
I appreciate it.
Sure. Happy to share a story.
Always. By the way, if your guards are curious, I'm told the captain's here. There's a dead ogre about an hour or so out of town.
An ogre?
Yeah. Or no, Cyclops.
Oh, a Cyclops.
Outside of town towards, hence the eye.
Right.
Orthar.
Sure.
So I don't know if they just want to leave that there rotting or not, but...
Yeah, rotting bodies typically bring other things, so they'll probably be taken care of.
Alright, I'll go back to the barracks.
Alright. So, yeah, as everyone heads to the barracks to bed down, you find some bunks that are kind of just unoccupied near the end of it.
Do we fit?
Yes. You are definitely the larger variety where you're kind of like, your arms are dangling off the side. But
yes, visible question mark.
yeah, but it does work for supporting your torso at least.
I'm hitting the button. I'm hitting it.
Oh.
Long rest. Are we doing it?
So,
Anybody
what's that?
else? Y'all good?
While you
Let's,
sleep.
let's go to full nighttime.
I hit it.
Find it. There we go.
Confirm.
Yep.
So,
Take it.
A long
Can't take
rest.
it back.
A long
Gotta
rest.
take these backsies.
you all will be able to complete your long rest. But
But you die in your sleep.
everyone, but yeah, no.
You get nightmares.
Already got.
So, as you all sleep,
Ren, you died again.
I figured.
yep. Vidir,
Oh, dang it. Shouldn't have hit the button. Suck it.
as you bed down for the night and you rest and try and get some decent and well-earned recovery from the day prior, you once again feel the cold wind whipping around your body. And as your eyes open up, you see yourself lying on an Arctic tundra.
Here we go again. Stand up. Are you at least gonna show yourself this time?
You hear the wind whistling and whipping around you as the snowflakes just, again, patter against you.
Come on, I at least want to know who I'm talking to. Or who I'm using. I don't know if that's the right word.
You hear this kind of faded voice within the wind that says to you, "You've done well today.
Thank you. What do you want out of this?
I want you to become stronger.
Okay, that's pretty broad. Is there any specific way you want me to become stronger? Like, do I need to hit a punching bag? Do I need to just start murdering people?
Sass your deity.
It's not a deity, but
You're asleep.
you're not here. I don't know, what do you get out of this?
You again hear the voice coming through the wind. More souls.
Okay. Do you like just take them, or do I need to like hold them in a jar for you under my pillow, or I don't know how this works. This is all like I never really got a manual when I picked it up in the desert. Like it all kind of happened. I don't really know what the guidelines are for this.
You just hear whisper, like the wind again, just.
Right. Okay. Don't know. Got it. I will keep trying to get stronger.
Good.
You think it's like a soul tooth fairy? Like that's what you think it's like? I just put the souls under my pillow and then,
I don't know how this works.
then I
man.
get power. I
I
don't
get
know.
money.
I didn't have this, and then I found something, and then I had this. So like, nobody gave me a manual.
You just wake up, you have little materials under your pillow.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
So, as everyone else still continues sleeping, Bog,
Yes.
as you are resting and regaining your strength as well, you hear the floorboards beside you creak. Eyes are still closed at the time.
Well, open one eye.
As you look over, you see very tall, lanky, well-dressed man standing next to you.
He's a sharp dressed man.
Hello there. I like your style.
You hear it, the floorboards creak as you see it lean down over you.
Oh, this isn't creepy.
And as you look up, I'm assuming with your one eye, look up to
Sure.
see the face. You see it has no face, but is wearing a top hat.
Okay.
As it leans down, you hear a voice enter your mind. You have much to learn about the proper burial rites for individuals and honoring the ceremony of the grave.
I don't know about that. I mean, Evkoff never seemed to have a problem before.
You hear a sigh from no mouth.
It was a fart. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not here.
I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to do better.
Very unclever.
You will find yourself tested soon, Hope. Do not disappoint.
That sounds menacing.
This is not a threat, but hope.
It might now sound like a threat on your end, but it sure sounds like one on mine. All right then. I'll do my best.
You hear it say, "Rest well, Bozo." As you see a hand with a hammer that it's holding press against your head as your eyes are forced closed.
Okay.
Good night, sweet prince.
And everyone wakes up the next day with a full rest.
God.
I mean, can you count that as a full rest?
I don't know.
Going to daytime.
Daytime.
You now have 1 point of exhaustion.
Don't fail the. I just got. Don't fail the test. Look at my hammer.
I'm gonna awkwardly close your eyes.
I
I'm
almost
holding it.
With this
out
metal
the
hammer.
way. Oh my god. I don't know if any of you guys were up relatively late, but if you were, you likely heard Rin crying herself to sleep.
No, I was passed out. I was feeling great before bed.
If Bog didn't hear, because if he would have said something. He was too busy being haunted. So.
Yes.
I'm
I
not
was
the
a
only
haunted boy.
not the only haunted boy.
Too pleased upon you two.
Yeah. Greg, just who I wanted to be closer to.
I mean, mine's not some sentient being. Mine's just experiences. As far as I know.
So, as everyone wakes up the next day,
Feeling great.
yeah.
Long rest.
Saddle up the horses, get the cart ready. I'm skipping breakfast. I don't much feel like eating.
Let's get it on the road.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's head to Spooky Cursed Land.
That way.
Yeah. So,
Not there, there.
Not there, there.
as you travel, who wants to make the survival/perception check?
I'll do it.
I mean, I'm always willing. It's just not the best idea.
Especially since
Fair.
we're going to a place where I'm expecting undead, I'll do it. 13, unless, yeah.
Are we
Did
going
you
with
both
his?
do
I
it?
mean, I rolled before he said that, but
He
okay.
said, didn't you mean 2 or no?
No.
Just 1? Oh, my
Yes.
bad. Then you did
It's
call it.
fine.
No, you called it. I'm sorry.
You stole it. It's cool.
Usually he asks for 2. That's my bad. Go for it.
That is fair.
What did you
Normally
roll,
we
though?
do two.
13.
I got the same thing, so
Oh,
it doesn't
did
matter.
Okay.
That's why I'm messing with you.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. The only reason I was kind of thinking, like character-wise, I'd be more vigilant because we're going to an area of undead, which is something
Yeah,
I'm a little
I just
more
have a really
versed
high
in.
perception, so that's.
Was it perception or?
He said perception or survival.
Right.
Okay.
Either one, because you're kind of like out on the open road, so it is a matter of either just looking or just kind of doing any sort of tracking and things of that nature to have an eye out for what could come.
I get a +6 to perception, so.
So, well, that's what I was saying, because with survival, with Fae, Fiends, and Undead, I get advantage, so. Well, I mean, like, legitimately, this makes sense. We're going to an area.
We all know, Chris. We all know about the
throw
Fae
something at
Fiends
Fiends
and
or
Undead.
I do remember.
Just only kidding. Only kidding. Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm going to pout.
So,
Well, we'll get there one day.
I
You
made
will have
myself
all the
cry.
You died.
I did.
Sorry.
you're fine. So, as you travel along the road, making your way to Milvain, and I'm sorry, Farrowfall.
Oh God, we went the wrong direction.
Damn it!
The other
Should have
gate.
gone out the
We
east
did
gate.
such a
or west gate.
terrible survival roll.
Yeah,
We turned around.
yeah, turn. Yeah,
The guards are just
How
like,
many-
look at these
Where are they going?
yeah.
How many fists from the sun lights that direction?
yeah.
They're just sitting on the wall, just like
Yeah, the
I
guards
got
yell
a-
out.
with coffee, and just
Whatever.
watching it.
We walk up to the east gate and they're like, we thought you were going west.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, sure. So,
Testing you.
yeah. as you ride out west towards Farrowfall, so who's actually making the check?
So Bog goes,
Since
you
they're
did
just-
remember me.
Okay. Rainier, as you're riding out, and you travel for a good few hours out, you find what looks like this just kind of large pile of almost dirt off in the distance. You are in the highlands though, so it does kind of stick out as it is a conical shape, and it is the only one of its kind within these just flat highlands.
It's like off to the side of the road.
Yeah, it's a good 100 feet away. 120 maybe.
I assume there's or is Bog like on the driver's seat with me?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's my cart, baby.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
always
I
driving.
expect. Like, that's weird. I like pointed out.
Huh?
Oh, a big weird old conical like cone.
Mm-hmm.
Like a weird dirt cone and a sea of flat.
The mythical dirt cone.
It's a roadside
Wow.
attraction.
Your
World's
powers of
largest dirt
observation are quite good.
Tashia's largest
That
dirt
is
cone.
quite the dirt cone in a sea of flat. Hey, fellas. You see this dirt cone
Why just the
in a sea of
fellas?
flat?
You feel better now?
I do. Look, I see dumb crap all the time. You gotta take it sometimes.
All I'm saying is that's weird. You think it's important or just ignore it?
I have no idea.
I vote ignore it.
You said it's how far? Like 100 feet or 100 yards?
100 feet.
100 feet.
It's pretty close to be ignoring it.
Fair.
Is there anything around it? Like any sign? There's just nothing. It's just
No.
there.
Yeah.
See a flat.
One cone.
Just
Looks like a cone of like brown dirt. Just
All right.
yeah, it seems like a big no. Let's not mess with that.
All right.
Does it look like a rattle? Like
I
when
mean-
a rattlesnake comes out of the ground? Or is it rattlesnake?
How about
it's
the size?
sizable.
If
It's
you
probably
love,
like a good like.
you could shoot it with a crossbow bolt. But I'm gonna keep going that way.
If you had to guess, it's probably a good 4
Are you
feet
making
tall.
fun of the way that I
4
talk?
feet?
Okay, 4 feet.
Oh, so it's only like 4 feet tall. I was
Never.
thinking like 20 feet wide and.
Oh no.
Okay.
This would probably be about 4 feet tall, probably like 8 feet wide.
Oh, 8 feet wide. Massive. That's like a dome. That's not okay.
I mean, it does come to a point.
Oh, is that a? Oh, is that like a grave?
I don't know. You wanna go on there? We'll go. We can go.
I'm gonna walk and poke it with a stick.
I'll stay
You're gonna
with
walk
the
up to it?
horses.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be
So-
over here. Tell us what you see.
What's your passive perception?
You should
13.
definitely go
13?
scope that out.
Absolutely.
Once you get within about 20 feet of it, you smell feces,
Oh,
and it is
That is
strong.
a big old pile.
I want to come back.
Nice.
That's a pile of poo, and just get in the cart and we can go.
What do you think did that?
The cyclops?
Wait, do we think it's a pile of poo, or do we think it's where they throw all their poo from the town? How far away from town? Like an hour?
You're a few hours.
Oh.
No, something did that.
Could it have been the cyclops that came this way?
Didn't,
I just
Did you tell us
scan
about the
the
giant
horizon. Do I see anything big enough that would do that?
Make a perception check.
You'd be like, yeah, it's right there.
200 feet that way.
Perception?
Our zone of control is massive.
So you got about 20 feet within it, or towards it.
Oh, that's all the farther I got towards it?
You got 20 feet. You got within 20 feet of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And as you got closer, you see that there is brown, white. There's a lot of like kind of. It's most of those two colors kind of like mixed together.
Please describe the poop more.
That's all I got. It's important.
Is it solid?
It's solid.
Yeah, consistency.
Did you
yeah.
tell us about the bird?
25.
Okay. So yeah, as you look around, you don't see anything. Well, sorry, you see everything, which is nothing.
You entered the matrix.
You're in the highlands. There's not much going on.
I kind of keep looking to the sky. I'm like, by the way, the shopkeep said there was like a giant bird that attacked.
Oh, does it look like bird
I'm
crap?
sorry, what?
Is it more like that?
There's a bird?
As
I don't know.
is everybody looking at it at this point?
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
looking at the
I-
turd. Tell us about the turd.
So
I am
yeah.
actively refusing to look at this turd.
Okay, so you're not.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a turd? I just
Yes.
oh.
It's
oh.
one big pile. But yes,
Mesmerizing.
it
really.
looks very much like bird
Giant bird
feces.
crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah,
So,
that
shopkeep-
bird information would have been real.
What's your passive
Really
perception?
helpful.
What's it?
What's your passive perception?
My passive?
Yep.
16.
There looks like there might be something in it.
No.
There's something in it? Oh no. There's something in there.
So he did. I talked to him a little later. He did say that a giant bird attacked and captured one of the soldiers. So
I'll just walk in. Where's it at?
Okay.
His clothes are magically
My
clean.
clothes will magically be
skin
clean.
is
You know
fine.
what? You are right.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
also true. So make an investigation
I
check.
crawl around in graves. This is nothing.
Fair point. So you
What did you
Wouldn't be
ask
upset
for?
about this, but
make an investigation check.
Investigation.
I should be surprised, but I'm not.
23.
23. Okay, so sifting through, you find what looks like
This is like double dare.
yeah,
You see that?
yeah. It is a you find this small, apparently undigested bag that has like some coin inside of it. You kind of give it a quick like, oh okay,
Sweet.
little jingle. And sifting through, since you rolled quite well, you do find one vial of some sort of liquid.
I can't wait to drink this. No, I come back. Could you do the thing?
Fuck.
Thank you.
Just the whole body.
Several times.
Prestidigitation.
Yep.
And then once more.
Hey, could you make me smell like lavender?
Yes.
Yes,
For a few seconds.
Yeah.
I just would like that if you would mind.
I like cologne, like
Thank you.
There you go.
So I found this. It's a vial.
that. Prestidigitation. That too. That is vile.
You might want to.
It's a vile.
It's a vial of oil. You are correct. I'll give this to you.
Great.
You figure out what that is. And I'm gonna go with this coin.
Okay.
How much coin do I have?
As you open it up, there are 10 platinum in there.
Holy moly!
What? You're rich again.
I got 10 platinum. Look at that. I'm so glad I went into the giant pile of
I'm real glad I told you there's a pilot there.
It's a good thing you don't like money.
I
Put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Get one for a finder's fee.
How many are there? 5 of us? Right.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go park it.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'll give out 2 each.
I won't say no.
Everybody good?
Oh, 2 platinum.
Yep.
Cool.
I do keep wanting to buy things
I
and realizing
parked
I
it
am
in the
broke.
back.
Yeah, I
of
know,
the,
'cause-
the cart and then identifying the vial.
Ah.
There we go. 2 platinum.
So
so,
generous.
so if something got eaten with 2 platinum, do we think there's anything else valuable in that pile?
You know what? I thought I did see something else in there. You should probably go check.
I am absolutely not doing that.
What? I'm telling you.
You seemed very comfortable doing that. Like, you were just all up in it. So I'll let you if you think it's something important.
Hey, you want to see a cool trick? I want to mage hand through it.
Okay. Sure.
I forgot I got an extra cantrip.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So that potion you found is a blood of the lycanthrope antidote.
Okay.
Effective.
That is party.
All right.
Blood
And-
of lycanthrope antidote.
Yep. And as you mage hand through the poo,
I ain't touching it.
yep.
Hey.
Go ahead and make an investigation check with disadvantage,
Oh, of course.
because you're just kind of moving through this big mound.
Yeah, it's fine. I only got a +2.
It's an invisible hand.
18.
18. Okay.
Jesus.
16 and a 19.
So going through, you find some partially digested armor.
No.
Yep. You find a lot of bones, and you also do find a second pouch that has 50 gold pieces.
Hey.
Hey, look at that. Look at you. All right.
You know,
I told you that there was something else in there. You didn't listen.
I'm trying to figure out why he didn't do that in the first place, and he just let you climb around in the poo.
Because I'm super clean now, aren't I?
You seem so gung ho about it.
Just
Sometimes you gotta go through a mound a turd.
do ya?
Everybody gets 10 gold.
10 gold. Aren't you precious?
Well, I can't just keep it because you gave us the platinum, so I have to,
Sucker.
Is a platinum 100 gold or 10 gold?
10.
10, okay.
We made so much money on this trip. This has been great.
Already.
And you only
I
had
only
to die.
had to die.
Totally worth it.
Alright,
Speaking of dying, let's go.
Yeah.
When you say totally worth it, her face kind of falls, and she goes, "Yeah."
I was joking. That was a poor joke. I apologize. I was very upset when you died.
cried like a little kid.
I don't believe you. Inside joke.
I was misty-eyed.
If you guys want to roll it out, you're more than welcome. But if not, you know.
Roll it.
Okay.
Roll it. Roll it.
Oh, shit. Damn it. I literally, it was a double digit. I picked it up and it fell out of my fingers.
Wow.
Keep it. Keep it.
Have you ever played before?
No! What are we doing? Insight? What do I roll against that? I don't even know.
If you want to lie,
deception.
it's deception.
I'm not lying. Well, did you cry?
I was upset.
I was upset.
14.
Yeah, he's up there.
I was saying, what are you doing, Marco?
I don't know. 14 as well. So,
Walked through some
That's
turds
not
and
me.
all of a sudden,
and you're
Sorry.
undead now.
And I'm on dead now. Okay.
all right.
So,
Just
Let's
go.
continue
Yep.
on
Speaking
our
of
way.
undead, let's go.
yeah. So, as you press on, you eventually
Sure
arrive.
hope we don't run into any giant birds.
Yeah.
They clearly fly around here.
Keep an eye to the sky.
So after about another day and a half's worth of travel, I'll just kind of fast forward a little bit. You get to the quaint and quiet village of Farrowfall.
Oh, T-Borg, you don't want to do any more random encounters?
Nah,
Please don't.
I had the thing, and that's all. So we're good. All right, so we are in Farrowfall now, which I need to change the soundtrack.
You had to poo. That's all we
Because
need.
it's not cheerful.
It's not. No.
What?
maybe it got repopulated and no one knew. They're just.
I mean,
So-
I think it did, but not by what you're thinking.
Ooh, what if we could get those? All the ogres want to protect their vein, but we could have gotten them to move in here and set up a new. Like once it's cleared out, get them to set up their own little colony.
I think they want to stay close too.
Well, yeah, I know. When I thought of the idea, I forgot about the thing.
So
What do we see?
It's okay.
yeah.
Farrowfall.
So, as you arrive within Farrowfall, you find that the town is overcast. You wonder almost if this is just part of the malaise that may affect the town or something else. But, riding in, you do see that the shadows along the distance, there's almost this kind of low fog that hangs within the town. Many of the buildings appear abandoned and mostly made of wood. Some of them, in fact many of them, have begun to fall to decay and disarray. Riding through the town, or riding into the town, you see many crops have gone to wilt, and there are, as you can unfortunately see, many cattle that are currently lying on the ground, unmoving and motionless.
I'm sorry for your loss.
So,
It's a dark day.
so you said many of the buildings seem in disrepair. Are there any buildings that seem at least mildly upkept?
Yes. As you ride into closer towards the center of town, you pass by 4 buildings and one kind of larger area that, though the town has seen clearly better days, these kind of 4 areas, or these 4 establishments, seem to have a little better appearance than the others. Still largely still afflicted by this, but operational. You see a tavern and inn, 2-story wood cabin style. It is called the Bloody Fox, with a wrought iron sign hanging near the doorway. You see a stone temple of unassuming, if not slightly neglected facade.
Does the temple have any signs of a denomination?
Of what?
A denomination?
Not from the outside, no. You do ride past what is a blacksmith, as you can see the sign that says the grindstone, that currently is slightly ajar and not entirely level. And you see one other shop at the corner of 2 streets that has a sign that literally says the corner, a wooden sign. that has the paint mostly chipped off at this point. And upon passing through town, you did see that there was a rather large graveyard with a wrought iron fence around it, and the words Quiet Rest Memorial Park as a sign above.
But there's a lot of goodies in there.
No.
In the back of the cart, I'm gonna put my cloak around and I'm gonna cast one globe of light just to make sure my magic works here.
Okay. So, as you say the incantation release, an orb of light is produced.
Perfect. I'm gonna make it go away.
So, I would guess go towards the inn, and do we see anyone around? Like in any of these buildings, is there actually anybody here?
So, riding in town, you have seen some residents still. They are, as far as you can see, some of them have like a wart or like a limp as they're walking around. They look like they all have been afflicted by some sort of malaise. Most of them have kind of this kind of dull, muted skin, hair just either oily or just kind of tattered. Some of them are wearing cloaks as they kind of move around through town. There's a general just, like I said, malaise that afflicts the town. However, moving up to the inn, you do see that some people are moving into it. You see occasionally a person or patron walk in or out. But you do see that there was one there. The Bloody Fox.
We'll stop in, see if we can get some information on the area.
Some intel, sure.
Any person left alive?
Well, I was gonna say, so you seem, well,
Also the grave as we pass, folks. Are they all
Okay.
alive?
Yeah, so as you cast Eyes the Grave, as you walk past the different townsfolk, they're alive. No undead pings come up. What's the radius on that, though?
60 feet.
Okay. Total cover?
Good question on total cover. I do not know. Let me check.
As you pass by citizens, though, or residents, you just see that, none of them are pinging.
I'm pretty sure it's like doesn't go through walls or something. 60 feet isn't behind total cover.
Okay.
Or protected by divination magic.
Okay. Good to know. So,
They're alive, but I mean they're not living.
it seemed like the place you go on vacation.
I would go on vacation, or just people in general.
Do we
People,
feel any
you
kind of
enjoy
effect
graves,
being
so
here?
you might.
1 second, I'm going to turn this off.
Not the worst place I've seen.
What is the worst place you've seen?
The worst place I've seen.
Do we feel any kind of effect being in the town?
Probably inside of a giant turd.
That was your choice, though.
So are we going into the tavern?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
walking in. Walking in now.
So,
Good.
as you walk inside, the wooden floors are scuffed and some boards are coming up from their nails. There's plenty of seating, though the chairs and tables have a layer of dust on them, with the exception of only pretty much 2 sets of tables and chairs. The bar along the back wall has a couple missing planks of wood along the front facade, and there are notable gashes and holes indicating some kind of maybe altercation has occurred within here. Behind the bar, you see a about 5 foot tall person with black feathers covering themselves, and a long crow-like beak sticking out from beneath their kind of hooded cowl. As they approach the table, you see that there are 3 piercings along the beak and 2 above the right eyebrow. As you see it walk up, you hear it say, "Hello, welcome to the Bloody Fox. How may I help you? What can I get you to drink or eat?"
So you said it was like a feathered with like a beak, you said?
Mhm.
So is this a mask or is this actually their face?
As they spoke, their beak does open up.
So this is a Genku, I'm assuming?
It's like, because Erikoa only speak in
Yeah.
bird, don't they?
Don't know, never met one.
I forgot. I don't know what we would know about the race.
I am a Kenku.
There you go. I'm gonna let you guys take the reins here.
What's your name?
My name is Applause.
Applause?
Yes.
That's an interesting name.
A round on him.
A round of applause.
If you would like a round, I will be happy to get it for you.
I think we're all right. We're just passing through. It's an interesting town you have here.
I think so as well.
Have you always lived here?
I have not.
Did you move here recently?
Yes.
Interesting. What drew you here?
The Blight.
The blight?
Yes.
The shadow stuff?
Yes.
And that's ideal for you?
I am interested in it. I think it is the creeping shadow that has come to these lands. I wish to understand it.
So you're an investigator?
No.
Barkeep by day, studious by night?
Yes.
What happens
we
at
were
night?
just. Go ahead. Sorry. No, honestly, so we were just coming in town to do a little bit of exploring and hunting for some. Oh my God, words.
Items?
Supplies. Ingredients. I don't know. Why am I literally can't think of the word I
I'm
want right now.
pretty sure we were here looking for displacer beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in town just kind of looking to hunt some things, like some sort of displacer beasts or something to like. Have you had any issues with fiends?
I have not seen fiends or displacer beasts in the town.
I would hope not in the town, like maybe the area.
Any other nuisancey creepy crawlies?
Yes. Many.
Like what?
You don't
Flying
like to
skulls.
elaborate, do you?
What did you say?
Of course. Flying skulls.
Neat.
Like
Quick-
the skulls have wings?
No.
Just a skull.
We should follow
Yes.
every
Is-
question
is-
with a please explain.
Is flying skull on that list?
No.
Do the flying skulls have like a particular name the locals
Oh.
call them, or just flying skull?
Just flying skulls.
Are they on
Okay.
fire?
No.
Okay.
Do they attack people?
Yes.
That's no good.
Yes.
Have you ever killed one or found anything that was particularly effective against them?
No.
That's no good.
No.
Okay, so can we make an agreement to no more yes or no questions, please? Because this is driving me incredibly crazy.
I find him delightful.
I do too. It's pretty
Thank you.
direct. To the point.
I am.
Is this one of the situations where at nighttime is whenever everything kind of comes out?
Yes.
Is there any particular change in the area when the night happens aside from it just getting darker?
Yes.
Could you elaborate?
The screams.
Oh.
I got one favorite color.
Black.
Oh, I could have guessed that. Could have guessed. Yeah. Yeah.
What have you found about the blight? The shadow. Creeping shadow.
I think it is Hasmendu.
You think it is Hasmendu?
The creeping shadow. Yes.
Kathmandu.
Can I roll for if I recognize the name?
Sure. History check.
Not horrific. That moment.
You are a wealth of information.
Thank you.
You're quite wealthy.
I want to study the things that afflicted my people,
Oh.
caused us to no longer soar in the skies.
I see.
We call that creature Hasmendu. It is the creeping shadow.
So I rolled a 14, and I do get the advantage that I won't name.
Oh, you're asking if you do?
No.
What kind of advantage do you?
I get advantage on Fey, Fiends, and Undead?
So you don't get that advantage on this.
Okay. So 14.
Yeah. You've heard of the Creeping Shadow before, not specifically the name Hasmandu.
Okay.
The Creeping Shadow, in terms of like lore, is an entity on Istoria that is, as legends hold, the thing that caused the Kenku to no longer be flying creatures and no longer be able to speak without being incredibly direct with their answers. I changed the story for Kenku in my world that they can speak, they just can't really elaborate on things terribly well.
Okay, so I was pretty right on because Eriko are similar.
Aarakocra are birds that actually can fly, they just are more sentient. They're from the elemental plane of air historically, but they're those that exist on Istoria as well.
I was thinking more on the speech thing.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. No, Aarakocra can talk like normal.
Oh, okay.
Kenku technically, for everyone that's watching, normally only speak in things that they've heard before. They can only repeat things. They can no longer actually produce original ideas.
Okay.
But I find that difficult to roleplay. So I changed it.
Because they're so cool.
They are.
Yeah, because I think I read that once. I was like, that sounds terrible.
It's
Like, fun, terrible.
So what do you do when nighttime comes? Like, do you just stay inside and you don't get bothered, or?
Yes, locked down.
Oh, he's locked in.
What have you been able to find out since you've been here?
Not much.
Well, maybe we can help.
Okay. Good.
Is there a spot where it's particularly bad? Like a section of town that's more dark, or...
A ground zero.
Yeah.
Point of emanation.
No,
They don't come from anywhere, they just appear.
they come from everywhere.
Ugh.
I guess, so is there any...
Yeah.
If we were to be studying this, is there a point of reference that we should focus on?
Yes.
Can we know what that point of reference is?
Yes. A newcomer.
Oh.
Someone not from here. They came by recently. Stayed in one of the abandoned houses.
Do they come from the east or the west?
East.
Or north or south? From the east?
What did they look like?
Tall gentleman. Black hair. Wearing armor. Black cloak.
Does he have a name?
Didn't get it.
Fair enough. Have you had any issues with exceedingly giant flying birds?
Does that ring any bells for you?
No.
Okay.
Does that
Have you ever heard any stories or anything around, especially to the east?
Maybe someone with a red hand.
No.
Okay. A giant flying bird attacked the fort to the east.
Not my people.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm Ren.
Holds out a feathery hand and then shakes.
Just, I thought, since you didn't get his name, I'd offer mine up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, this man, did he have a red hand?
Yes.
Told you.
Is
I mean, I didn't.
This was an
Is he to
original
the-
idea I had.
Yes.
he
Not
to
at
the
all.
northwest or south? Is this a house he stays in?
From the zero session, yeah.
Thanks for a moment.
You remember that?
The north.
So he's staying in an abandoned house to the north?
Yes. Don't have the address, though. Have to ask around.
Would it be, do you have rooms for rent while we investigate here? Would that be okay?
Yes. Plenty of rooms. Not many come through.
Okay. How much would you charge?
1 silver piece per night. Per room.
How many beds are in a room?
2.
I'll take my own room, please.
Okay.
No money bags.
Plenty of rooms.
Would you guys lock your own room?
Nah, Dorgerin and I can share a room. We're kind of used to it.
Come on, you big boys. You need to sleep alone every now and again.
They like to cuddle.
All right. Well, you
You
push
can
the
use
beds
2
together
beds.
and you do you.
You can use 2 beds in 1 room.
Or one bed.
Wait, hold on. How big are these beds?
Not for your size exactly.
So you push the 2 together.
You would need 2 beds in your room.
Is there a hearth in this inn? Like, do I see one?
There is, yes.
Okay.
It has a smoldering, if not, or smoldering like as in embers, fire.
I'll slip over there. I'm gonna build that fire a bit though.
Do you have wood?
There seems to be plenty around.
Are you cool with people?
Do not
just...
burn my chairs.
That's good. I mean, you gotta watch that one.
You gotta set boundaries.
Are you okay with people just sleeping in the front room?
It is your choice.
Okay, I mean...
If you pay for a room, that is fine.
So it still costs you a silver to sleep on the floor.
But you get fire.
It's cool.
I'll
I'll
take
pay
one.
for a room for everybody.
I was gonna
problem.
take my own room.
I got it. I'll pay for everyone.
Oh, generosity.
I got... Rose told me to take care of everyone, okay?
All right. Let's.
How do you
Silver
lock
piece
it
for
down?
everybody, right?
Yeah, 5.
What do you have to do to lock down at night?
Close the windows, lock the windows, close the doors, lock the doors.
Even the interior doors?
Yes. Best to keep the guests safe.
Okay.
If you do not wish to have your windows or rooms locked, it is up to you.
If you don't mind me prying, how did you acquire this inn?
It was here.
Fair?
That's
That-
totally fair. Yeah.
That is completely fair.
I'd have done the same.
Did
We're
any
not
more of
from
your
here.
kind? Did any more of your kind come with you to explore this mist?
No. They stayed back.
You kind of took out on your own to find out?
Many
Sure.
do not think it is as men do. I think it may be.
Is there anybody else still in town that you think we should talk to about it?
The creeping dark?
Or just events in general?
You can speak with the priestess,
And what would her name be?
Adelaide.
Do you know their denomination of this temple?
No denomination. General practice. More worship of the gods as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah, that's most churches.
Yeah. Especially in smaller towns.
I just avoid them all.
Kind of cover them all.
Yeah.
Outside note, what time is it now in game?
It's pretty late in the evening.
So we
I would say close to like probably. It's not quite dark yet, but it's getting there. So 6 o'clock probably.
You gonna go check out the temple and then call it a night
and
after?
risk coming home in the dark.
Isn't it? It's like the center of town. It's next door.
Are you gonna lock the front door once it's dark?
Yes.
So no.
I'll say no. We check in the morning.
We'll do it first thing in the
Forgot
morning.
about that part.
And it is already kind of dark because it's,
Dark.
overcast.
Right.
Unnaturally so.
All right.
Hmm.
Go to sleep.
As you were about to say, though, no, we are not from around here.
My bad.
I'm from Opolis. He's from a different continent. She's from way up north. They're from the desert.
Obelisk is not far.
It is not.
Have you been through here before?
I have not. I take the long way round. I mean, no offense.
This is not my home. None taken.
Well, all right.
I don't care about this place. Let it burn.
Going to your rooms then?
I suppose so.
Yeah, probably be good. Try to get as much sleep. How loud are the screams?
They're not every night.
Okay, just special nights then.
When they are loud.
Okay.
I can't wait.
How many people do you think are in this town now?
20, 50, somewhere between there.
That is a very large difference.
I don't go around town.
Not much.
Who runs the blacksmith?
Diggory.
Diggory. Cedric
Good.
Diggory.
Call it Diggory Dock.
Good kid.
Good kid. He's a boy.
Young.
He's just young. Young man.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was the inn, the temple, the blacksmith, and the general store, right?
Yeah.
Who's running the general store then?
Walter Chaucer.
So Walter, Diggory.
Alden or something.
Adelaide.
Adelaide, that's it. I knew it started with an A.
When she takes notes.
I'll just watch it back later.
Who's Diggory? Sorry.
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Okay.
Good boy. Good kid.
Runs the grindstone.
Young man.
Right.
Runs grindstone.
Other than the creeping mist, anything particularly unusual to know about the town?
The malaise, the creeping shadow. Yes.
Well, yeah, so I'm saying, besides that, anything particularly of interest lately?
The newcomer.
Oh, I have a question. Do you ever see undead walking around?
Yes.
Great. So finally,
The floating skulls.
those
must be
those are undead. But I meant, look, you ever see folks walking around zombified,
Shamblers.
anything like that? The Walking Dead, if you will.
Yes. Undead centaur. Large thing. Comes through.
That is good to know.
Comes through once in a while. Don't go
Just-
near it.
Just one?
Yes.
Any other?
Undead centaur. I'm glad I asked this question.
What are some other creatures of note, like monsters of note in the area?
The undead centaur is the biggest one.
Yes.
It ran through 3 times. Trampled a person to dust. Really quick.
So don't touch it.
So there's a lot of ghost stories about this town. Are there any ghosts?
I have not seen or heard of any ghosts.
No ghosts, no specters, no phantoms, no wraiths, no any of that shade.
I don't know what many of those are.
You would know it. So I'm gonna say this.
Then no.
Okay. Good to know.
Alright. Let's
No, not undead centaurs though. Just the undead.
Just the only, just undead.
Yes.
Cool.
I have not seen centaur.
What are the races of the townsfolk? Are they all human?
No. We have 2 humans. Well, sorry. Let me back up.
I was like,
Sorry, just 2? Yeah. Many are human. The priestess is something else. I don't quite know. She does look human, though. The gravedigger. She is lizard folk.
what's her name?
Drukisk. Drekusk.
Okay,
Got it
friends.
backwards.
Hey. Oi, oi, oi.
Well, maybe I shouldn't do that. I was recently told by somebody to not, do that
Any other
anymore.
of note?
What?
What you were saying? What other
Races of people.
races of people live in the town?
Oh. Some elves. Must left.
Okay.
I wasn't here for when they left, though.
How long have you been here?
2 years?
If you don't mind, I'm gonna do a little magic, just really quickly. It's just to see if there's any other magic in the area.
Okay.
So I cast detect magic, and
I thought she was saying it to Tony, not in character.
No,
Okay.
I like to let people know I'm doing magic so they don't freak out and attack me.
You mean
Sure.
like when you invaded?
He's a talking bird.
Listen, I've learned from my mistakes. Okay.
I may or may
So-
not have licked my lips.
I cast
Stab you.
detect magic, and do I see anything in the inn?
So, as you cast that and look around, you don't find any sort of signs of magic
Okay.
outside of, some of the magical items amongst your party.
I'll go so far as to take a few steps outside the inn and just see if anything blips. Maybe even do a little walkabout. Never leaving very far from the inn because I definitely want to come back in when it's too dark, but
Can I
Okay.
close the door behind her for
This
fun?
is, yeah, if you'd like to. So this is just, so you're going to sense, can you, I know, according to the rules, you just sense it, but make a perception check as you go to try to locate specifically what this is. Because you get a blip, but you're not sure where it's from.
sure. Perception graders.
If she walks out,
It didn't roll. It just, and then every time it does that, I do bad.
You know, I'll give it to you at advantage, given that you do have a general sense of it. So you're just trying to pinpoint specifically where it's at.
I'm not going to let her walk around by herself. So I go with
10.
10 total?
Better than my first roll.
You get this general blip, like, towards the center of... So you're basically, like, you're in the center of town where there's, a few shops and the church and everything. You get this sense that it's, like, in the center, kind of closer towards the edge of where your detect magic is, but you don't get a specific bead on anything.
Okay, so just something in the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm getting something from the center of town, but I don't want to go over there and get too far away from the inn.
Yeah, well,
It'd be dark.
we can definitely go look tomorrow.
Yeah, I think tomorrow would be good.
You already died this week, so let's play it safe.
I don't get the school it's from.
There's no school.
No school.
No.
Okay.
Walk out the door. Kids, it's getting dark.
Yeah, the street lights are on. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head back in, but definitely getting something.
Actually, do they light any kind of lanterns for the night?
There is torchlight for the street
wasn't
lights. There's not many of them, but being that you're in kind of the center of town, there's a few that do get lit.
So everyone, I turn back to keep. Does everyone go back to their own homes, or do they group together for the nights?
Go back to their homes. Safer in smaller numbers than all together.
Really?
Would,
Okay.
would all of us being here cause you problems?
I don't know.
Get ready. So should we have a watch for the night?
That'd probably be a good idea.
Okay.
Nah, I'm sure we're fine.
It's totally
I
fine.
don't see anything that could go wrong with
No.
that.
You already see Slenderman in your sleep. Who needs to stay awake?
Hey now, we had a discussion.
You did?
We did.
Oh, good. I'm so glad, Bobby.
He's very dapper.
Well, good. That makes sense.
It does. It's kind of
You
weird.
would have to have a dapper DD, right?
Yeah, he told me he was going to test me.
Test you.
Yeah.
That's
Like on your
okay.
ABCs, or
I mean, we're in the middle of.
I don't know. I hope that's a test because I'm
Easy
good at
test,
those.
Gave you lots of details as God.
Nope, he
so
said,
whatever.
Gonna test you. Don't fail. And then he touched me with a hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. You sure it was
You
the
know,
door Gary?
like Sundermen do.
Sure.
No, I have no idea.
All right. Well, good night, guys.
Yeah.
he's a real
Go
comfortable
night.
with Slenderman and meeting him in the night.
Go to. Yeah. Well, you know.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah. I'll set up and kind of watch out my window for a little bit, see if I see anything.
Okay.
yeah, I'm not. I'm just going to bed. Good luck.
Are we not doing a night watch?
Do what you like. I'm going to sleep. I'm sure we're fine.
Okay.
So, as I think that actually might be in the song, but as bells start ringing in town, as though there's a time to basically turn in for the evening to signify to everyone. Rin, you can go to make a perception check. If anybody else is listening or looking out or anything, you can make a perception check as well.
I'll use my special eyes.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to trust everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. 9.
you said perception?
Yes.
13.
1, 13. Okay. So, Rin, you're kind of looking out in the immediate kind of like alleyway near the.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Bless
Tavern Inn. You don't see a lot of foot traffic or anything. You do see like the fog starting to get thicker, but then that kind of obscures your vision, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's it.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Is there a window in our rooms?
One sec. Yes. Vidir, you're tired still, so you go back to sleep.
I see nothing, for there's nothing to see.
Yep.
Are there like windows and stuff, and like do we have access to the roof?
Rainier, you're in the main area.
Oh, I thought he paid
Right.
for rooms for everybody.
I
You did.
but you said you
said you wanted to sleep by the
staying in my
fireplace.
room.
Fine.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, that's where we is.
Okay. So as applause, you see him walk around, and he shuts what are like these heavy wooden shutters that are on the inside of the establishment, and he closes them up, and you hear him kind of with some sort of locking mechanism seal them. And you hear, kind of keep an eye out. You hear a couple of them nearby, kind of echoing almost as the church bells are ringing. Ding, ding.
I'm gonna. Would you prefer do you think it's better if I'm staying in a room or out here?
Up to you. They could
That's-
come in through the front, but also through the fireplace.
So,
I thought that too. I was like, mm-mm.
so rooms are better. Can we
People
close
think
the
so.
flue for the fireplace?
If you are okay with having the fire turned off and going to a room, that is what I normally do.
All right, fine. I will see that.
You should start a small fire in your room.
So are you staying by the fireplace then?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I want to make sure we're on the same page. So
Are you crazy?
as you go up to your room, then you continue to hear what sound like more shuttered windows closing and locks locking. As eventually, applause goes by each one of your rooms and asks if you want to have your doors and windows shuttered and locked.
Yeah, I already started locking my stuff.
So, as everyone beds down for the night, pick up there next time.
Creepy.
All right.
Y'all ready for some creep ball?
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll tell you what, we'll put the lights back up a little bit just to bring us back up to a more casual kind of appearance. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to Gilding Light again for the space to have our stream, Sirenscape for the awesome music they provide, Arc and Forge for us, and Idle Champions for the awesome code that they provided for our stream. Hopefully you got one of those special chests, the Electrum ones for your using the Idle Champions. In terms of announcements, I don't think we have anything in particular about our stuff. In terms of D&D shows for Gilding Light, there is a schedule. Let me see if I can find it to make sure I'm accurate. We are Action Pact. We're on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central. Actoroki, I believe, is still on. DC, correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not. On Wednesdays at 6 Pacific with Peter Atkinson and crew. DC, I believe, has his own show starting back up. The Inspectors, the new version of it, new iteration of it, hopefully on Thursday, which would be also, I think, at 5 p.m. Pacific. DC, correct me if I'm wrong. I see you in chat. Hopefully I'm not right. Or I'm not wrong. I am right. And then we also have Champs and Eclipsia on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific with one of my good friends, Kurt, DMing that game. So, with that, I think we're all set.
Did we mention we were missing?
Oh, right. And I forgot about that. Jake, unfortunately, was out today. He's not feeling well. Hopefully, you're feeling better soon. And hopefully, he'll be back next week. I'm sure he probably will by that point. But, we all hope he gets better. So,
Back for some self-defense.
yes.
Self-defense time.
Which we'll find out if there's a bunch of opportunity for self-defense within the haunted town of Farrafall. But
Can't
that
wait.
will be next time.
Next.
So, thank you once again for tuning in, and everyone have a good night. Bye.